Hello and welcome to day 6 of playing Dawntrail. So, today started off really messy. Like, nothing is just going to plan. I do apologize if you will hear angry cat meows throughout this video. Poor Katla, she threw up on her blanket and now her blanket is in the wash and she is mad about it. So I have no blanket. So I've been sorting that out this morning and now I have recording time, so we are just gonna start recording and get back into the story. Because now Vuklamat and Kona are Dawn servants, which is the best possible solution. But it also means they should know more about the City of Gold and be willing to tell us. The Head of Reason was very wise indeed to devise something. Yeah, we talked to you about this before. Kyle is brimming with pride. Oh, she should. We are very proud of them. Vuklamat has truly come into her own, has he not? Indeed. Even as he moved the people with her heartfelt words, she retained her characteristic spontaneity, as evidenced by her nomination of Kona as a fellow Dawn servant. As sudden as I was, I would like to believe she gave it all due consideration. I think she did. She could do far worse. Kona completed every feat except the last, and that he only forfeited to help Vuklamat secure victory. I look forward to seeing how Tuliyollal will prosper under their care. I think they are the perfect blend to be the new leaders. Hey, Vuklamat! Everyone, thank you for coming. I could see you all perfectly from up there. That was impressive speech, Dawn servant. I told you, no titles. Besides, after everything we've been through together, you're nothing less than family. Aw. So, like my family does, I would like you to call me Lamati. Oh, all right, Lamati. It would be my honor, Lamati. I'm so proud of her. She's grown so much. Thank you. It means a lot to me. It would also be my honor to call you Lamati. Mine as well. Indeed. Consider us your Eorzean cousins if such notion appeals to you. Eorzean cousins. It's a little embarrassing, but not in a bad way. There's still lots I would like to say, but I need to make my rounds first. I want to thank my supporters for visiting for the occasion. Could you wait for me here? Of course. We'll keep ourselves entertained. That said, would you join me, Malisity? Sure. Wonderful. Come and meet me outside the winged walk, then. Alright. Katla is so mad. She is so mad. But neither I nor her are gonna sit in a blanket she has puked in. That's not gonna happen. That's kinda gross. The view from here is so nice. Ready? Let's go. Our first stop is Tio's Tacos. And not just for a snack, I promise. Vuk, Evu and Mablu should be there. Oh, she's accompanying me. Alright. We should have some talks on the way. Of course, since we'll be at Tio's Tacos anyway, we might as well pick up some snacks as well, right? Yeah. No talk spots on the way? Then we're just gonna go this way. I do love how vertical the city is. Woo. The fact that this game does not kill you with fall damage except if you're in combat is so good. Here we have Topli, Mapli, and Linuhanu, and Wukabu. It's been a while since I made it to the capital. I'm glad to find it so lively. Dawn servant Wuklamat! Oh, she was marvelous up there, wasn't she? I simply wept with joy. Oh, Kali! The tacos are delicious, though no doubt even tastier if topped with reeds. Dawn servant Wuklamat, words cannot well express the profound joy your ascension has brought me. Oh, we have... Atla? No, don't drink my juice. Okay. We're gonna be like this. Dawn servant Wuklamat, words cannot well express the profound joy your ascension has brought to me. No need for formalities. I'm still the same old me. Alright, then I shall forgo formalities. This man. But I cannot. You are Dawn servant. Too disrespectful it is to address you without your due title. As Dawn servant, I order you not to bother with formalities. Alright then, I won't bother anymore. I could more easily converse with a drunken alpaca. Thank you for helping Wuklamat become Dawn servant, Malisity. Political opinion in our community may have been divided, but the Dawn servant ascension presents us all with a prime opportunity, which is why I convinced everyone to participate in a commemorative sales campaign. That is clever. A wonderful plan, no? My first big undertaking as a merchant. I do like the sound of sale, so long as I'm not persuaded to buy too much. Well, you are talking to the Pelu, you know. Katla, no. I need you to turn this way, honey. Oh, today is gonna be a mess. It's so good to see all of you again. I wanted to personally thank each one of you for your help. The feat of reeds and the feat of gold were my first true tests as a claimant. If not for your guidance, I could have failed the rite of succession before I fully understand its importance. Now that you give me a taste for celebrating culture, I can't wait to see what else Tuliyollal has to offer. In Sectoral, for instance. As always, you must observe proper etiquette. I would be happy to offer you my services as a tutor, should you desire them. I can think of no better instructor. I'll be sure to bring Kona as well. Your duties as Dawn servant will be plentiful, but don't forget your promise to attend Ihihana next season. Of course, I wouldn't miss it. When I made a name for myself as a merchant, I'll come by the palace and tell you all about my biggest sales. I look forward to it. I have been personally attending to the alpaca care. There we hope to see you at the ranch again. Tell my fluffy spit-filled friends that Wuklamat will visit soon. Anyway, you'll all have to excuse me. Oh, you haven't seen Fontaine around here, have you? A tall, slim fellow with long pointy ears? I saw a man matching that description by the weapon dealer in Bayside Bevy, in the company of a moblin and a pair of Yaku, if I remember correctly. Perfect. Bayside Bevy. Got it. Enjoy the festivities, everyone, and the tacos. I noticed in the cinematic that I am wearing my older pants. I got the old glam look back because I've gotten new outfit from the dungeon we did yesterday. I'm not really a fan of the look of the gear from that dungeon, at least not the caster gear or healer gear. But it also doesn't look very good on Lalafell. They are so big. Oh, this is hilarious. Yeah, it doesn't look good on Lalafell. It becomes too blocky. We are too tiny. But Oh, you say, this isn't big enough. This is a proper giant. Hello, Byrfurlur. I have not come to Tuliyollal in quite some time. The citizen behold the high luminary with awe. No doubt few have seen one of his station or his stature. Yeah, I think it's the stature more than the station. What friend? Ragnarok is grateful for this meeting again. Hey Fontaine, how you doing? Dawn's servant, Malisity, you honor us with your presence. Thank you for coming, everyone. I know the journey to Tuliyollal isn't a short one. Long road worth the travel to congratulate new Dawn servant. To hear the head of reason has passed brings me sorrow. But we who remember him will ensure he lives on. May the accolades of his day be his offering to the future he envisioned. The High Luminary and I attended on behalf of World Echo. Had our people come en masse, we would have been an obstruction. Nonsense! You're always welcome, all of you. That is your city as much as anyone's. I'm glad to see you hail and whole, Malisity. Though I know little of the particulars, I can only imagine your latest adventure has both been long and colourful. Beginning with new shipwreck, if you'll remember, yet here we stand celebrating the ascension of your claimant. Yeah. Like this feels like the end of an expansion, even though we're just halfway through. When my journey began, I thought only of preserving the peace that my father worked so hard to create. But the feat of pots, the feat of proof, and the feat of ice showed me that peace is not simply the absence of war. Being able to live together in safety and happiness, that's what my father envisioned for this nation. That's the Tuliyollal I want for you all. I'm definitely recording, right? Yes, I am, okay. So I promise you this, as a Dawn servant, I will do everything I can to bring that same happiness to the bandits in kozama'uka and the Yakyu of Tyrvagur Saltaren. I won't forsake them. As I was moved by your father's influence, so too may the Tyrvagur come to accept your peace. They believe I have stood for a millennium. While not easily shifted, neither are they immutable. Well, I can be pretty determined. I'll come around eventually, mark my word. I can vouch for the efficacy of such determination. Thanks to the Moblin's hospitality, I've been able to rediscover the joy of my craft and honor my father's legacy. Now the good living is secure, the village overflows with field smiles. Such cooperation between helped hands and potsworn is the very spirit of healthy pot pact. A partnership like yours is bound to be fruitful. I look forward to seeing the fantastic pieces you produce. There are some other people I like to see, so we should take our leave. Let's try and find Harmer Brook. Yes. There's a Braxrax. I believe I saw him on the sand below. The gleam sand? Thank you. Enjoy your time in the city and remember, this will always be your home too. He's so big. You must think my attendance in Cockroach to such an auspicious occasion. Yet the Autarch of Mamuk, I have a duty to represent the goodwill of my people. I mean, we're happy to have you. What a wonderful variety of foods and flavors they have here. I must be sure to bring some home for the others. Yeah. Huklamat, can we make sure they get like a lot of food to take home with them? My. Your honor us with a personal visit, Dawn servant. Congratulations upon your ascension. No, none of that. My title may have changed, but I'm still just Huklamat. More than just, I would say. You have grown into a leader fit for this nation. Your father must be proud. I hope so, but big events like this make me wonder, you know, what my birth parents might say if they knew. I imagine they would say that it fills their heart with joy to see the strong, compassionate woman you have become. Ah. I owe you my thanks as well for fulfilling your promise to me. I told Bakul Jaja to stay with us so we could all congratulate you in person, but he marched off muttering something about not being able to face you just yet. Ah, the boy needs purpose. Purpose beyond catering to the demands of others. He was always too obliging for his own good. I mean, you weren't exactly A+ dad material, you know. I'm sure he'll find it in his own time, especially if he knows his family is there for him. That we are. By the way, have you seen Kettenram anywhere? Tanqua, that is. Kettenram, was it? A strong name, a bit exotic. We call upon him before leaving Mamuk, but he wasn't at home. I don't recall seeing him at the ceremony either. The first promise was notably absent as well. No. Oh, please no. Though I assume he required time to salve his injured pride. Did he kill Kettenram? Even though he'd be the one to succeed Papa. Everyone thought he would be the one to succeed Papa. My victory must have come as quite a shock to him. As for Tanqua, I'm sure he's around here somewhere, or ready to appear when we least expect him. We best get going, but relax. Enjoy and make yourself at home, and come and visit us anytime. I forgot that he died, like, at the very end of yesterday's stream. Or, like, the video, the recording. I keep on calling it stream, even though it isn't. Alright, I think I found everyone I could find. Let's return to the others in the winged walk. Yeah. What do you say? Buklamad may have realized her goal, but I hope you will continue to be a friend to her. Oh, that's not gonna change. Like, I can't promise to stay with her forever, like she would like, but I'm not going anywhere soon. Gotta help her, like, settle into her new role. Not to mention, I'm not level 100 yet. Oh, Kulul Jaja stopped by to offer his thanks for our support. He also bade me extend his gratitude to you for assisting a concerned father. I'm not sure what he meant by it, but I assume you do? Oh, you're back. Erinwell was just regaling us with the stories of Lamatif from when they were little. What, the one about the taco? It was basically clean when I found it, or no, the one about Papa's feathers. Look, I didn't know where else to wipe my nose, and I was too little to know better. Those both sound hilarious. There are rumors that Guluk Jaja may go on a pilgrimage now that he's no longer Dawn Servant. Though I'm sure the transition process will keep him in the capital for some time yet. Yeah. Welcome back. I hope you didn't rush on our account. No, I did not.
Seen everyone you wanted to see?
I have. Sorry for keeping you all.
Oh, it's fine.
Now, there's just one last matter. What Kona spoke to you about. I'm sure he made it abundantly clear, but I'm completely serious. I want you to stay in Tuliyollal with me.
Oh, love, that's not how it works.
I'm not forcing you, of course. But should you wish it, you'll always have a place here.
Maybe one day.
Ah, that's right. This is for you. A permit granting passage to Tuliyollal, which, as I recall, you've yet to see.
Indeed.
An adventurer like you could hardly resist, no?
I love that from time to time you see the evil Lala look there.
I can't believe our journey is over already.
I can't believe this isn't the end of the main story.
You accepted me as a comrade and stood with me to the end. You have my eternal gratitude. Thank you.
No problem.
Well, I had better get going. I need to start learning all my official Dawn servant duties. I'll be sure to share what my old man says about the Golden City too, once he tells me. Till then, feel free to pass the time as you like.
It's gonna be strange not traveling with her as we go to Tuliyollal.
For now, I will remain in Tural. There's someone I'd like to see before returning to Shalooani.
Your mentor? Now that you're done with your task?
What about the rest of you?
Alize and I also intend to remain a while longer. As educational as this experience has been thus far, we feel there are even more lessons to be had for Garlemald. By hearing about the peace your father facilitated, and then seeing you reforge relations with Mamuk, we were reminded of a profound truth. That is, acceptance begins with understanding.
And, like you demonstrated throughout the rite, there are unexpected yet effective ways for two sides to understand each other. The question is how to encourage it, and by seeing more of this nation born of unity, we hope to find some hints.
Personally, I can hardly wait to learn more about the City of Gold. So, if I may, I'd like to stay in Tuliyollal as well.
By all means. Your rooms are at your disposal for as long as you need them.
And what of you? Thinking of touring Tuliyollal, perhaps?
Yeah. That's the plan.
Of course. You're hardly the type to leave half a continent unexplored.
It would be kind of awkward, wouldn't it?
Then perhaps we could travel together?
Sure.
The person I intend to meet is my mentor, so I'll be visiting my hometown in Tuliyollal. If you have no particular destination in mind, I'd be happy to guide you en route.
Sounds like a good start.
Then it's farewell for now. Take care, all of you.
Now we're just there. With no specific goal in mind. Except just general travel, and Erinville needs to meet his mentor. Huh.
When you're ready, come and meet me at the Tuliyollal Skygate.
Will do.
We're friends to the end, you hear me? Friends to the end!
She is so precious. They're gonna do such a good job together. Alright. This is the big gate, and it is time for us to go over the bridge. Past these gates and over to the bridge lies Shaktural. You have your permit, yes? Packed and ready? No last minute stops to make before we leave? Forgive me, I'm afraid traveling with our new Dawn servant may have scarred me for life. It's all good. No, I am A-okay. Meanwhile, in the depths of the sky deep cenote. What are you doing? How do you have all the keystones? Did you get one from Cathenra? After you potentially killed him? This is the gate to the Golden City. Two decades ago, your father made me transcribe a letter to a scholar across the Sol. What he discovered was something the Dawn servant feared enough. Oh, okay. So, why did it skip there? It seems. So this is the guy who wrote the letter to Kulu. Caleb. So what he discovered was something the Dawn servant feared enough to seal away forever. Or so we thought until the right objective became the City of Gold. But to think that Tanpa would be entrusted with his safekeeping. Had I known that a doddering old fool carried a set of keystones, we might have spared ourselves those tiresome feats. Cathenram had keystones. Great power sleeps here, and with it, you shall obtain your birthright. But how to open it? So you say, yet the new Dawn servant succeeds where I could not. Taking the throne will be no easy task. The resilient son underestimates his own potential. There is no need for worry. I have liberated the key from the Dawn servant's vault. You alone have the means to unlock the gate. Oh. You will gain all you were denied. The right, your father's shade. These bitter memories shall soon be forgotten. Seize your future, promise. Open the gate and become the ruler you were destined to be. That can't be good. It is working. Is some there? Can hear me? At last. Who's there? Show yourself. If only I could. Alas, this gate will not open for me. Only the key in your possession can connect us. That sounds shady. Then you're the guardian of the city's great power? I do not claim this power is great, but knowledge I possess is enough to realize any desire to remake worlds. Dude, is that so? You're about to make a big mistake. Okay, now we're gonna do like full-on evil after. Good job. Fascinating. Name your price then. For my desire is the world itself. Yes, yes. The resilient sun rises. Together we shall create a nation worthy of our rule. Promise, why? Because he doesn't want to rule with anybody. The useless tool is cast aside. Deliver me a new world, one that bends to my will. As you wish, but in exchange... But what in exchange? Oh, this is not good. This is not good at all. He's about to make things very bad. But we don't know that yet. Nope. We are going on an adventure. The long road to Saktural. Erenwil is ready to set off. They're ready to get on the way? Then present your travel pass to that guard and let us be off. You won't have to wait long to enjoy sightseeing. The bridge to Saktural is a wonder in its own right. Alright. This gate is barred to all save those with express permission from one of the Dawn servants. Here you go. Signed by, wow, Wuklamat herself. My apologies, miss. You would wait here just a moment? It's okay. It's been a big, complicated day. It's like the entire new rule and everything. Though, I'm a little bit confused why they keep this gate closed. If part of the nation is in Saktural.
Shall we then?
Mm-hmm. That's a really long bridge. That's gonna take a while to walk over.
On the far side of that great bridge unfolded the wilds of Shalooani, where the sun guides in the Shitona tongue. A harsh guide, to be sure, with its blazing rays scorching the land and hardening its inhabitants. But sweeping change had come to the arid expanse when, beneath its red crust, vast deposits of ceruleum were discovered. Embracing this opportunity, Vau Kona supporters hurtle on, driven by dreams of a future illuminated by blue flame. It is here that our journey continues, our path taking us along winding roads of steel. Each length of track a declaration of hope and ambition.
So this is the sort of like cowboy-looking area. And of course, I show up here during either cloudy sky or fog.
My home, Yassolani, lies past Shalooani.
Okay.
It will be a long journey, but the railroad should make it easier.
Sounds like a plan.
As for the way to the train station, let's ride these fellows, shall we?
They're so fluffy. Let me see. It's clouds. I feel like I'm not gonna get to see like any place in this expansion for the first time with like good weather. It's always like fog or clouds. So what are these? Short on Ronique? Right, so if one will suffice, I have creature ready and waiting. I mean, I could write in his backpack. But if you need two, then you'll have to wait. I can fit in Erinwill's backpack. I'm fine. The Ronique have been acting strangely of late, more easily spooked and otherwise disagreeable, picking out the few fit for rantings proving bothersome work. What's... Oh, their eyes are alarmingly open. They're usually so docile, and the ones I saw earlier didn't appear to be unhealthy either. But much has changed since last I was here. Not the best start to our journey. I guess we're walking. Still, the train station isn't far. Seeing as we aren't in a hurry, let's go on foot. About this, sir. As well-traveled as you look, it's not only the Ronique that's been giving us trouble. Other wildlife show sign of aggression too. A merchant should be returning soon with one of our beasts. Stick around till they do and I'll see you both on Ronique for a safe trip. Your offer is most appreciated, but I don't think my friend here is particularly concerned about the wildlife. No. But they're Ronique, Erinwill. They're Ronique. They're cute and fluffy. Haha. If this is your first time in Shalooani, I can understand your enthusiasm. It'd be a shame not to ride one at least once while you're here. Erinwill? A fair point. If to give you the authentic Shalooani experience, I suppose it's worth the wait. Right, change of plans. There's a small town nearby. We can pass the time there while waiting. Take it you're heading to Usatavi. Then I'll have a man bring the Ronique over there. Just mind yourself around the drunkards and troublemakers, eh? Are we gonna find a saloon? Is this gonna be like an authentic cowboy experience? Oh. Nope, bartender. You know what? Yeah, this is a big nope thing. Like, what's the deal with his head growing like that? I like how sort of lush all of the areas are. Like, there's a lot of like grass and stuff here. Makes the world feel so much more alive. Oh, ether current. Let's grab you and then find Erinwill. Last time I was here, it was little more than a camp with a shop or three. It has grown quite a bit since then.
Well, well. It's become a proper town.
There is a saloon! Ah! The sign over there says saloon, so yay! I wonder if it has the doors, the swing, kind of like the swingy doors.
Hey!
Yes, they do.
Now hold on a minute.
Some sort of trouble.
Mm-hmm. Lot of machinists in this area.
I'm talking to you, you old bastard.
Give me strength. For the last time, the investigation is closed. There's no refuting the evidence.
Like his earrings.
I don't give a shit about your evidence, you lying scum. You release my friends, or I'll make you wish you had.
Let me remind you who the scum is here. Your friends, who had the temerity to point their firearms at me, the Deputy Chief of the Dust Watch. And after taking them into custody, what should we discover but incontrovertible proof that they had committed larceny? They will not be released until they've paid for their crimes.
I'd heard the peacekeeping force had been formed to deal with growing lawlessness. Seems the situation is bad indeed.
Still can't get up a fuss, eh? Sounds like poor Zekua needs his bottle.
Sure he wouldn't prefer his mama's teat? Treat me like a child, will you? My friends haven't done anything wrong, damn it! They've been framed!
Oh, stubborn little runt. Listen here, Zekua. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you'd best comport yourself like one. That means respecting the rule of law. Order may be precarious here in Shalooani, but it can be had if each man does the right thing. And for those that don't, well, they have to answer to the Dust Watch. Now run along and think before you cast aspersions next time. Lest you hurt my feelings.
What?
Fine! If that's how it's gonna be.
Don't aim your gun at him.
I wouldn't if I were you.
Erinwell! No, not Erinwell.
Is that?
Estinian! There is our man Estinian.
There's a time to fight and a time to withdraw. For you, that's now.
He does fit in a society
What?
like this.
Hey!
What are you doing, Zekua? You better not be stirring up trouble.
Wahute! You sack of Ronek shit! This ain't over! You hear me?
Okay.
You want to tell me what that was about?
Nothing that need concern you, sir. Zekua is simply struggling to come to terms with the low character of his friends. But for good measure, I'll have the men keep an eye on him.
Yes, you do that.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll go make my rounds.
He changed his demeanor very quickly when this guy showed up. Huh. I'm glad we found Estinian.
wasn't expecting to see your faces among the crowd.
Already crowned the Dawn Servant.
Talk is rife there's a new Dawn Servant. Take it you found it then. The Golden City.
Aye, the contest is over. And as I needed to return home to Shalooani, I offered to show our friends some of Shaktural. What brings you north?
Nothing in particular. Just seeing what there is to see.
Going wherever the wind blows, eh?
Gulul Jaja compensated me rather generously for our duel. I'll be able to enjoy a comfortable life on the road for the foreseeable future.
He paid you for the duel? He didn't pay me for the duel.
But for now, I shall be moving on. Oh, by the way, I recommend you try the Sabatender. They may not look it. They're surprisingly delicious.
But we don't serve Sabatender here.
Well, he's always been an adventurous sort. And I guess if you're hungry, then Sabatender might look like food. No sooner do we set out than we run into excitement. At least no one was hurt. This Dustwatch has their work cut out for them. For as long as I can remember, all disputes, big or small, were settled by dueling. Who? The people of Shalooani rarely saw eye to eye, and for better or worse, it was the simplest way to settle differences. Since most would soon not risk their lives, though, it encouraged parties to pursue a peaceful resolution in a roundabout fashion. The Dustwatch was likely established by supporters of Kona, preferring peace be enforced through some formal rule of law. A reasonable stance, all things considered. If things ever got out of hand, the Landsguard would be forced to step in. What freedom they have now would be lost under Suralja's authority. All of which is to say, unless a lengthy stay in jailhouse appeals to you, be mindful on how you handle your arms in town. I will be good. Okay. Ooh. Let me start by... I'm gonna take a quick look around the town and attune to the threat. So I've taken a little walk around the town. It looked very nice. But Erenville would not dither about for long. So let's see what he has to say. I should like to think the stableman has arrived to the runic by now. I'll go and check. If you still want to have a look around, then be my guest. Come and find us when you had your fill. I have already taken a look around, so I will follow you. It's a sweet little town. I really like the aesthetics. The music here is very nice. Oh, there they are. The friend, I take it. Sorry to have kept you both waiting. Unruly wildlife, not the only source of a recent distress, I'm afraid. Also been a rise in robberies targeting merchants. As a result, we've got a lengthy list of folks wanting to use our Ronique. Which is why I have to ask that you stop at Chishenvesi Spring. That's fine, of course, but why haven't the Dustwatch dealt with the banditry? Kimaka and his fellows are doing what they can, but they reckon the bandits are operating as a gang. Rounding them all up is easier said than done. If you have anything of value, you'll want to take care. Thank you for your warning. We'll be sure to stay vigilant. I mean, they're free to attack us. Right then, if you're ready to set off, I'll see you on your way. Yes. This is your first time riding, yes? Even so, I can't imagine it will prove difficult for you. I mean, it's just hang on, right? Ready? Then saddle up. Your friend knows the way, so I won't bother giving you directions. Yes. Why is mine so tiny? Am I on a baby? This is your first time, so let's take it slow. Take care not to let it toss you. I continue to be struck by how much Shalooani has changed. That town we visited wasn't even here several years ago. With a few reliable opportunities to replenish the water supplies, travelers turn to nopali tenders. Not just for water in the stems, mind, their fruits are also said to both be nutritious and delicious. Okay. Oh, I have to kill these. See the hole there? So some might hope to find water there, but it's brimming with ceruleum. The eruption of flames from within make for a spectacle inspiring cautionary tale for people who wander too close. The Wallaki meanwhile show great reverence to ceruleum and its blue flames. The Wallaki? But that is a discussion for another time. Here. The Wallaki. A good thing for the Ronique. So, if you go to what looks like blue water, it's actually ceruleum, and that would be a bad thing. No sooner did we dismount than the next passenger are already on their way. They really are short on Ronique. Well, at least we got to ride them, you know. Now then. This is Shesenvesi Spring, perhaps the busiest town here in Shalooani. People travel here from all over hoping to find their fortune. With ceruleum? The change came to Husavati was surprising enough, but this is no less impressive. They have achieved a great deal in the 3 years I've been away. Wait, you've only been away for 3 years? I thought you had been away for longer. The station is on the eastern side of town, but there should still be time before the next train departs. If you don't mind, I would like to pay a visit to an old friend of my mentor. Sure. Liate is the name, and if she learned that I passed through without saying a word, she would never let me hear the end of it. She set out from our village some 10 years ago, hoping to earn a coin as she travelled about Tural. I can but assume she too came here seeking greater opportunities. In any case, let us see if we can find her. Her blue hair should make her easy to spot. Is she a Viera like you? Or are we just looking generally for somebody with blue hair? I'm gonna guess Viera, considering he said from his village. Hold on. Just let me lay down and die. Traveler, stop and talk to me a while, would you? Give me something to get all the goddamn screams out of my head. What do you do here? Me? I'm the lucky lady who gets to call herself Sawbones around here. It's a great place to practice your craft. What with all the heavy machinery and the heavy drinking. Ah, the resident doctor. Oh, and who can forget the ceruleum? If folks aren't setting themselves alight with it, they're mixing it up in their flask and gulping it down. Or both, when they want to get fancy. Yep, every day's a busy day in the springs. What kind of place is this? I expect you saw the ceruleum wells on the road up. A few years back, they discovered there's a sea of the stuff down under the bedrock. Tapping companies moved in and started doing what they do best. Soon enough, they struck the motherlode and struck it rich. Laborers started flocking from all over Tural, looking to get in on the action. Roughnecks, we call them, and man, they are rough. Not a day goes by someone isn't busting someone else's nose over something or other. Usually coin. Well, at least it's never boring. Okay. Well, let me look around a bit. Well, that's a blue-haired Chitona. Hello, are you the woman I'm looking for? Yes, I am Liette. And who might you be? She's my friend. Could it be? Goodness, it is. Ellen Erenville, yes. A man grown. He was such a darling little thing as a child. You know, it's only been 3 years since last we spoke. Really? Only 3? I suppose it all starts to get hazy after a while, living as long as we do. Well, this is Liette. She's known my mentor since they were children. Hello. Nice to meet you. Never thought I'd see the day when you travel with company. You really have grown. Ellen... yeah. What is that? Ellen Spea. I cannot. Yeah. Ellen what now? Can you pronounce it for me? Alright. I was born Ellen. I adopted a new name when I became a gleaner, one that adheres to the Eastern Viera Convention, so as to avoid drawing attention. Given that this is a homecoming, it was only a matter of time before you found out. Nevertheless, I would appreciate if you could continue using my chosen name. Sure. A homecoming. You know, I've been thinking of paying an old stamping ground a visit myself. It would be good to see Katya again. She's the finest archer I know. Ellen's mother and mentor. Every time I drop by, she treats us to a variable feast prepared with fresh game she had hunted herself. You're impressive with bow too, Liette, even amongst the Chitona. Oh, I couldn't compare to Katya, but her skill at arms pales in comparison to her knowledge of nature. That's what earned her the place among Guluk Jaja's traveling companions, after all. Oh. She was always the inquisitive sort, but her journey across Tural lit a fire in her. Even after Elaine was born, she often left him in my care so that she could embark on another expedition in search of the unknown. Oh, how you would cry and beg her to take you along. It must have been hard for you. Liette, please. What? We're all friends here, aren't we? No matter how many times he asked, the answer was always the same. You can come when you prove you're a true explorer. Thus did he task me with finding the Golden City. Despite my best effort, all paths led nowhere. I assumed it was but a dreamer's fancy, a ploy to goad me into experiencing the wide world. But it was real, and we found it. Yeah. You found it? A part of the rite of succession I assumed everyone had heard. That's amazing! Oh, she'll be thrilled! And eager to bombard me with questions, no doubt. So, his mentor isn't just his mentor, it's his mom. Why don't you just say she's your mom? Well, we should be on our way. Thank you so much for stopping by. Give my best to Sheena. Oh, somebody's calling for help. I wish they didn't do that. Have like random dialogues that don't follow the dialogue thing. What was that about? We'll investigate. Please wait here. You know, for somebody who can't fight, you are really quick to run towards the sounds of fighting. Looks like it might be bandits or something. No doubt these are the infamous local bandits. Please, you have to help. I've been robbed. It's Namika, Wuklama's nursemaid. Erinville, Malisity. Come any closer and we'll slit her throat from ear to ear. Are you sure you want to go that route with me, buddy? If you so much as nick her skin, you won't live to regret it. Oh, I'll let them live. Oh, yeah? Hold on. Did he say this is Wuklamat's nursemaid? Maybe this isn't such a good idea. Take the goods to the boss. We'll deal with this. Please, you have to give it back. Oh, there she goes. I'm going after Namika. This lot I leave to you. Oh, my pleasure. Let me deal with them and then I'll be right with you. Cocky bastard. I'll hang him by the ears and feed the old woman to the dogs. Ooh. We can deal with them later. First we need to put this one in the dirt. Lose it by all means. They are adorable. I'm getting my new big damage things. Damn it! He doesn't know when to quit. Alright, let's go find Erinville and the nursemaid. Where did they go? Oh, went a little bit away from town. There they are. No need to worry, she's fine. Not entirely, she's been robbed. Thank you, I don't know what I would have done without you. The bandit managed to get away, but I have an idea where they're headed. You said they stole something from you? A bracelet. It was a parting gift from Wuklamat. I see. Close as you two were, I can only imagine how much it meant to you. But what brings you all this way? With the right of succession ended and Wuklamat crowned the next Dawn servant, she is ready to stand on her own. I told her as much and of my plans to return home to Shalooani. She gave me the bracelet that I might always remember our time together. It filled me with such joy. I wanted everyone to know, everyone to see this wonderful gift given to me by the vow of resolve. And now it's gone. I would let them take every coin to my name if only they had left me that bracelet. I would ask what you intend to do, but I know that look. I'm gonna knock them senseless, is what Wuklamat would want. Please, you mustn't put yourself in harm's way for my sake. He's not harm's way. I can assure you, no harm will come to us. Malisity will make certain of that. I understand your methods can be brutal, but it Would be wise to show some restraint, lest you find yourself on the wrong side of the law. Perhaps I should come as well, to be sure all proceeds as it should. Sure you want to be there? I don't know what to say. I can see why Wuklamat put so much faith in both of you. Before anything else, let's see her back to Jeshanovesi Spring. She'll be safer in town, and with Liate there to keep an eye on her, we should have nothing to worry about. Thank you, both of you. Okay, let's get her to safety, and then we're gonna go kick some bandit ass. They should be grateful that Estinian isn't traveling with us. Otherwise it would be double ass kicking, and that would be really fun. It's kind of creepy that sometimes you just see ceruleum just spewing out of these things. Like, is this normal? I've seen this also in where they're finding like gas and stuff. You see where the flames are coming up here. I've seen there are places that are like tapping out natural gases and stuff that also have this flame, and I don't know why. Except obviously it's not blue in those cases. I'm sorry, I didn't mean for you to get involved in this. Oh. A number of Liate's minions are here as well. Namika is in good hands. And mining fellows. Erenville told me what happened. And you needn't worry about Namika. If those bandits should find us, I'll kick up a fuss and see them driven off. That bracelet meant everything to her, and those bastards wouldn't care even if they knew. Makes me sick. But at least she's safe, and I know you'll set things right. Oh, I will. Erenville composed demeanor belies his eagerness to help Namika. Alright, let's go and recover the bracelet. While I have nothing but contempt for these bandits, as this involves a gift from Wuklamat, we must be mindful of our actions might reflect upon her. I doubt Namika would find joy in the return of said gift if lives were taken in the process. If it comes to violence, I ask that you stop short of killing them. The rest we can leave to the Dustwatch. Well now, that makes me think you're strong. Really strong. Are you? You know, no more than any other adventurer. Just an average adventurer, nothing to see here. Aren't we humble now? But the matter-of-fact way you say it makes me think it's a tremendous understatement. If your curiosity has been sated, then please indulge mine. Is there anything you can tell us about these bandits? Let's see. Well, of late, there's been talk about some unsavory types coming and going from Tonenjavi to the south. Is that the old mining town that was abandoned? That's the one. Now the ceruleum extraction is big business. No one wants to waste time picking at the dried up veins there. Sounds like the perfect lair for bandits. Not to mention the one with the bracelet fled in that direction. So you're investigating the place? I can let the Duskwatch know if you like. No, not yet. It would be best if we went alone. Yeah. There is something I would like to ascertain, if you have no objection. Yeah, as long as it doesn't stop me from, you know, bringing some righteous justice to the bandits, then no problem. Right then, let's be off. It seems the bandits have claimed this place for themselves. Yeah, it kinda looks like it. There is a very biker gang. Yeah, biker gang BDSM kind of mixed look that he has. They made no attempt to conceal their presence. How can the Dustwatch not have noticed by now? A question for another time. First we must find the bracelet. I don't see the bandits who had it. Perhaps they're in one of the buildings? I mean, if they're paying off the Dustwatch, then they wouldn't see it. Ramshackled as they are, I should prove a simple thing to eavesdrop on anyone inside. If you would go and have a look about, I'll keep watch for trouble. You want me to go eavesdropping? I could find it so easily. But fine, I'll do as you want. The bandits will not notice you here. You can safely eavesdrop on the inside. Okay, nice, nice. As you lean in to listen, you begin to pick out voices in the muffled chatter. Don't know where we'd be without him. Probably shoveling sand, praying we would strike it rich. Ain't that the truth? Only an idiot would work the mines with easier money to be had. Not when we've got a boss who can keep the Dustwatch off our backs, eh? Hey, what's what you say? The wind's got a way of carrying secrets to the wrong ears. Maybe so, but who'd ever believe one of the sainted souls was running our crew? That drunk who brought your story about the gold-shitting alpaca, am I right? Gold-shitting alpaca? Did you sell somebody alpaca with that promise? Oh, I see a wind thing over there. Sekova. Let me out of here, you bastard! Shut your mouth, you snivelling little brat. Make me! I'll get you all back for framing my friend. The vulture most of all. You tell him he can eat shit. How about we give you the chance to tell him yourself? We'll see how tough you are then. Huh. So, I'm guessing the guy Senua was like fighting with in town earlier is the vulture, who is one of the bandit leaders. Oh, hey Ermin. The bandits who took the bracelet may be in this building. Have a listen and see what you can find out. That's not eavesdropping. Okay, there we go. As you lean in to listen, you hear someone entering the room on the other side. I brought back a prize you're gonna love, boss. Have a look at this bracelet. Beautiful, ain't it? Bet it was made by a famous artisan. You idiot! How are we supposed to move something like this without attracting attention? Boss, please, please, I'm sorry. Ugh. I reckon we could find a sailor who won't ask questions. Sell it for a song. Here's your reward and don't bring me this kind of grief again. I won't, boss, thank you. Oh. Erimel, what do you think? Finished, are you? Let's retreat for now. Yeah, I think the the deputy guy we saw is definitely like the bandit leader. So, were you able to learn anything? Oh yeah, so much. Like, this place is corrupt as hell. It's quite impressive. Their leader is a man of the Dustwatch. That would explain why these bandits have been able to do as they please. And you say they gave the bracelet to him? It seems we have our work cut out for us. Did you hear anything else of note? Oh yeah, the boy that was yelling at the Dustwatch guy is locked up. Sekova? That's the boy who confronted one of the officers in town, isn't it? Yeah. And you said they threatened to take him to speak with the Vulture, their leader's alias, no doubt. Fitting for a man who preys on the helpless. Well then, not only do we have a better idea of who's behind the recent rash of robberies in Husatavi, but we also know he has the bracelet. Retrieving it without bloodshed will prove difficult, though. If he's that quick to point a gun at his own underling. We need to get him alone. You're right. If we confront him with his henchmen around, a violent outcome is all but guaranteed. I might have a plan. There is a small settlement to the southeast of here. Luvateni-Yavavsa. That's one hell of a name. Meet me there and I'll explain everything. If we're to retrieve the bracelet without conflict, it won't be done barging in through the front door. We'll have to lure him out. To do that, we'll avail ourselves of Yehechaya, dragon-like creature that lives to the south of here. Okay. It's the breeding season, you see, and the males will flock to the scent of a female in heat. With a few ingredients and a sample of their feces. Why is it always poop? There's constant poop quests. I can create and attract the resemblance. I can create an attractant that resembles the scent when burned. We can then lure the Yehe into a bandit's hideout, flushing out the Vulture and his gang. Then they will contend with our flying friend. We can sneak in and search for the bracelet. I'm afraid I must ask you to collect the excrement. Will you see to that? I will go and procure the remaining ingredients. I've also had a side quest where I was gathering poop. And before you say anything, I do not ask this because of any aversion to feces. It would simply be easier for me to find the specific species of wild plants we require. Here, take these 3 pouches, see them filled, and I will handle the rest. What is it with MMOs and poop quests? Because it's not just Final Fantasy that has this weird obsession with poop quests, having you go fetch, find poop. We've been finding poop since our Realm Reborn. But WoW also has this. Oh, these are the things we're looking for. How come we have a cowboy area and then we have dinosaurs? Those are the animals. We just have a pterodactyl right there. So yeah, poop quests just never made sense to me. It feels like just in every MMO, for some reason or another, sometimes you end up picking poop. Sometimes you're told up front there's gonna be poop, like in this one. In a Realm Reborn we weren't told it was poop, but you could easily deduce it was poop. It's just weird. It's just a weird obsession with picking up poop. Finished already, are we? Yeah, I got the poop. Always with the poop. Excellent! This will do nicely. All that is left is to mix the pieces with the thumbleclaw fiber, dried nopally tender roots, and generous helping of animal fat. Come on, let's get back to Tonetan Yavi. Let's see if we can't get those bandits out of there. Everything is ready. Time to set our plan in motion. Indeed. Ooh. Fancy. You do have cake. I can't not take the cake. I have to take the cake. That's just... It wouldn't be right not to take the cake. Eremel's gaze is fixed on the bandits' hideout. A fair number appears to be gathered inside. Now's our chance. I will keep the watch from here. The attractant I leave to you. Toss it into the bonfire near the middle of town. The Yihacha will come soon after. Wait for hilarity to ensue? Yeah, I was wondering if I really wanted to stand there. What's the smell? Ugh, the reeks. Is everybody coming over going like, what the hell? What did you put in the fire? Wasn't me, I swear. Everybody's gonna accuse him because he's standing next to the fire. Ah, did something die? Someone wanna explain that ungodly stench to me? Hello, Vulture. Oh, you're holding the bracelet. No, you can't. Shoot. I was hoping he would leave it behind. Boss, over there. Huh? What in the world? Horny, very horny dinosaurs coming over. Ooh, hostile horny dinosaurs. Run for your lives! Huh. So the smokes were through them here. I swear when I find out who did this. Well, you should find out soon enough. I would say your friend have stirred up enough trouble. Time to retrieve the bracelet. Indeed. At least it was a good use of poo this time around. Hey, what's going on out there? Oh yeah. I'm still in here in case you've forgotten. We should probably grab him as well. Sit tight, we'll be back for you. What? You gotta get me out of here now. They're gonna kill me. I'm begging you, please. Shh, they'll hear you. Oh, they heard. Shit. Who was that? Well, that messed up the plan. Hey, are you gonna help me or what? The bracelets must wait. Let's break him out and withdraw for now. Yeah. I like that my expression through most of the suspension is like this, like, eh. Look, which I think is like, just after everything's just gone through, by this point everything is just like, nah, it could be worse. Hello, Sekova. Thanks. I owe you one. For a moment there I thought you might actually leave me behind. That wasn't the plan. All that effort and not to show for it? Sorry about that, but damn, I didn't think anyone would have the balls to take on the vulture. No need to apologize. We were planning to save you eventually. Really? And I don't even know who you are. You're a secret admirer of mine or something? Oh my god. No. I'm just having fun with you, but I do appreciate the help. This man they call the Vulture. I've seen his face before. Was he not the officer you confronted in town? The one and the same. When he's not masquerading as a gang leader, he serves as a deputy chief of the Dustwatch. That would explain why the bandits are so confident they can avoid capture. You're trying to get something the Vulture stole, right? Let me help. It's the least I can do after you bailed me out back there. I have an idea where he hid his cash. I reckon he's heading there now too. We can go together. I got a score to settle with him myself. I don't doubt that you do, but we need to know what it is first. Will you tell us? Right, so those bandits, Tonatenyavi. Okay, right, so the bandits at Tonatenyavi, they are called the Daybreakers, and it was me and my friend that found the group. Oh, founded the group. But it wasn't a gang of cutthroats, not back then. We just wanted to protect people who couldn't protect themselves. Kids being harassed by bullies, workers being exploited by the mining concerns, folk who needed help to even the odds. So kinda like a Robin Hood situation, kinda like vigilantes. That was 3 years ago, and whenever we found someone scheming in the shadow, we settled matters the best way we knew how. With a duel. I see. By the old laws, anyone who loses a duel must be held to account for their crimes, even those in position of authority. And we made damn sure they did, every time. Before we knew it, our small band of friends commanded a force to be reckoned with. When I walked around the town, both of his friends there were in the jail. Then about a year ago, the Vulture and his thugs showed up. They got the better of us and took over the Daybreakers. Everyone was afraid of him, so they did his bidding without question. But when he showed them how they could make a fortune easily, that was when he really won them over. Now the Daybreakers is nothing but a bunch of bandits and cutthroats who prey on the people it was created to protect. I talked it over with my friend, Pikana and Levini, and we all agreed that the only way to stop him was to challenge him to a duel. And he accepted. I still remember how he gloated that he would win. But when the day came, he showed up with the Dustwatch and had my friend arrested on charges of robbery. As if that wasn't enough, he set their bail at a price no one could ever hope to pay. With them locked away, there was no one left to help me. None of my old friends from the Daybreaker, and certainly not the Dustwatch. And that's why you were ready to challenge him in the middle of a town? I was, until that guy with the spear stopped me. No sooner had I stepped out of town than the Vulture minions caught me by surprise. They took me prisoner then. Well, you know the rest. You said the Dustwatch would be of no help. Are they all working for the vulture then? Not the cat guy we saw. No, not all of them. The sheriff, Kemaka, he's as honest as they come, a staunch keeper of the peace. Problem is, he's a little too trusting and doesn't suspect a thing. If it were my word against the deputy chief, who do you think he will believe? Well, if he knows where this vulture keeps his spoils, perhaps he can help us recover Namika's bracelet. What do you think? Think it doesn't help? And we're gonna have to find a way to convince the sheriff. For what it's worth, I have a plan, but I can't do it alone. A plan? All I ask is that you hear me out, but not here. I'll be waiting for you at the Shalooani Springs. I guess we can decide what to do after he gives us the pitch. The words in this are hard to read, but the reason is mostly they probably have a meaning. Like most Icelandic names, location names, people find incredibly hard to read because they're quite long and complicated. Like years ago, the volcano Eyjafjallajökull. Everybody finds that really hard to read, and understandably. It is not hard for me to read though, because I know the words is split up into is Eyja, island, Fjalla, mountain, Jökull, like glacier. So I read it in these chunks. But Shalooani, I don't have any knowledge of like what those mean. If I understood what the words were behind it, it would be much easier to read. Good, you're here. This is where he hides his loot. I expect he'll show up soon. Alright. Shouldn't be long now before Viuvet shows up. Erenville looks expectantly for Viuvet. This looks like he's gonna show up. Well, look who it is. Storing stolen goods here seems risky, but I suppose it's an option for someone with his authority. Yeah, he moves the spoils in cerulean barrels, where no one would think to look. They're mixed with a regular shipment of fuel to Tuliyollal, where they're sold off. Clever. They said he stole a bracelet. You said he stole a bracelet of yours, right? If he knows you're on his tail, chances are he'll be eager to get what he can for it. But I doubt he would trust a lackey with that business, given the provenance of the piece. No, I wager he's not letting that bracelet out of sight till he got coin in hand. I wasn't sure what to make of you after Kusutavi, but I'm glad to see you're more than an impulsive child. Well, not my finest hour, I admit. But there's a lesson in that. The vulture's a slippery bastard. If we're going to catch him, we need to back him into a corner with hard evidence. That's my plan. First, we need to lure him away from here. Pardon me. First, we need to lure him away from here, over to Usatavi. Would be ideal. For that, I need one of you to help me. This will buy time for the others to search the barrels for any stolen goods. And using that will expose him as a criminal. There's no way to tell if Viuvet is carrying the bracelet, but regardless, there will be time enough to find it once he is behind bars. But won't he simply feign innocence? Oh, he'll try, and that's when And that's when I'll challenge him to a duel. A duel. That approach didn't work out so well for your friends, as I recall. True, but unlike before, I'll challenge him in front of the whole town. That way he won't be able to wriggle out of it like before. Every man, woman and child will understand the importance of duels and the old days. The deputy chief would never disgrace himself by refusing. But wouldn't you be breaking the law by using a firearm in town? It's not as if we'd be using live rounds, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. What's important is that I get him to duel with as many witnesses as possible. When he loses, and he will lose, that will be the end of the vulture. You sure he's gonna lose? Didn't he beat you originally? To get over the gang? The plan is not without flaws, but what do you think? I mean, as long as we get the bracelet back. We can do it any way that you need to do it. That bracelet's really important to you, huh? Don't worry, I'll see to it you get it back. I see to it you get it back. Wow, Malisity, reading comprehension on point today. If you're satisfied, then so am I. I knew I could count on you. Please don't mess this up. I was seen in Dawntrail, so it's probably best I stay and search the barrels. Then you're with me. Tell the vulture I tried to rob you, but you managed to overpower me. Even if he suspects a trap, he won't be able to resist taking the bait. You'll want to buy your friend as much time as possible and make your way to Kozama'uka. Once you got the vulture there, I'll take care of the rest. Alright, then let's get to it. I mean, I am tiny and innocent looking. I can probably look like a victim. I mean, I'm sweet and innocent and definitely would not be able to overpower this man easily. The Yeye will likely the Shitona's doing. What's his angle? Ugh. And then there's the brat. The past time I dealt with him. Oh, I need to... Excuse me. No. Oh. Hello. I need your help. What is this? An unfamiliar face in these parts. Have you need of the Dustwatch, miss? Yeah, I've been robbed by this horrible young man, and I don't know. I need your help. What? Sarkova tried to rob you, but you apprehended him? I see. So desperate was he to see his friends free from prison, he turned to a life of crime. How awful. You have my sincerest thanks, miss. Might I trouble you to take me to him? Yeah, of course. So now he accompanies me. Let's talk. Small talk. Something's the matter? If not, then please lead on. We have 1.2 stop and chat on the way. Ask about the town. Not that this is an appropriate time for me to play tour guide, but if you insist, the Shalooani Spring is home to a thriving cerulean mining industry. The prospect of easy coin has attracted some undesirables, though. Let's go, I'm gonna show you where I have the boy captured. You know, if I didn't know he was an asshole, I would believe that he was a super nice guy and I would trust him. Like, he looks like the trustworthy sort, he sounds like the trustworthy sort, and then he is a horrible person. Is this the place? I don't see him. Just a little further. I see. Very well, lead on. On we go. Oh, there's another talking point. Let's have another mini tour. Ask you about the flames. Ask about the cerulean fields. There's gold in these fields. Blue gold. Best be wary of the beast in these parts. They may prefer to snack on cerulean, but for you, I reckon they would make an exception. Yeah, we Lalas are cute and probably tasty, so... Am I taking him all the way to the other town? Is this the place then? Sorry, I'm still learning my ways around. There's some sort of a joke. Of all the... let's keep moving. Uh-huh. This better be the place. I left him tied up around a big rock. It must have been a different rock. My patience is wearing awfully thin, miss. If he isn't at the next place we stop, I may be forced to do something you and I would both dearly regret. Ooh, are you threatening me? Oh, please. Actually, please do. Keep on threatening me. Gives me an excuse to kick your ass. I ask him about the note polytender and he goes, unless you rather I feed you one raw, needles and all. Cut the chit-chat. We're getting touchy. Why so touchy? Rude bastard. Oh, I've taken him like very far from town. Alright, where is he? I don't see him anywhere. Where is Sekova? Tell me where he is or I'll bury you in the same grave. Goodness me! Where could he have gone? That's it. I had it with his games and I had it with you. Hey! Hey Vivte, you looking for me? If you wanna place me under arrest, you have to work a little harder. You'll be begging for a cell by the time I'm done with you. Off you go into the middle of the town, where you can be challenged to a duel.
Wahoote! Finally caught up to me, I see.
Oh, isn't that the sheriff?
If it isn't our young outlaw. You've taken up stealing, I'm told. Can't say I'm surprised about that, but I am surprised that you'd offer yourself up to be arrested.
Sorry to disappoint, but you're the one who's going to answer for their crimes today.
Eren will like a champ.
Hey! That's my jewelry!
And my bag!
So you found the stolen goods. That's fine work.
This barrel was at Shalooani Springs, mixed in with others bound for Tuliyollal. The Landsguard would have presumed it part of the regular ceruleum shipments and waved it through. And once it reached its destination, it would have been retrieved, and its contents sold for coin.
The audacity. Do we know who's behind this?
Yes.
As fortune would have it, I spied the leader of this operation being handed one of the stolen items. A bracelet, which Vau Wuklamat had intended for her nursemaid, Namika.
It was from the Vow of Resolve?
Now you're scared.
Oh, you've seen it then?
Seen it, he has it.
No, no, never. And if I knew who had it, I would have arrested the scoundrel.
Oh, come off it. I saw you with the bracelet.
What's the meaning of this, Wuhute?
It's a setup, sir. I have the bracelet, yes, but I only 'cause I found it. I swear. They're the real criminals. They concocted this scheme to frame me, so they could get me out of the picture.
Mm-hmm.
If you feel your honor's at stake, there's always the old-fashioned way. The law which folks have used to settle their differences for generations.
You don't mean...
Oh, he means...
Wuhute, I challenge you to a duel. The winner is right, the loser is wrong. Doesn't get simpler than that.
That's
Yeah, have at it.
very messed up
Let your
version
pistols
of
do the talking.
law, but okay.
Please, do you honestly believe you can goad me into playing your game?
You refuse then? A baby alpaca's got more fight than you.
All right, boy. But remember, you asked for this. Come on, Zakawa! Give him what for!
Shouldn't we stop him, Chief? Even if it's just rubber bullets, we're in the middle of town.
Be quiet. Just watch.
But is he gonna use rubber bullets? I know Sakova will, but will he? Oh, the mandatory tumbleweeds. The what? Oh, the bracelet!
Oh, you little shit!
Looks like you've gotten slow in your old age, Vulture.
You and I are going to have a long talk.
I do like that the sheriff, though, isn't just going immediately like, you're guilty because you lost a duel.
I apologize for dueling in the middle of town. If you want to lock me up, then lock me up. But please, let my friends go. They've done nothing wrong.
You drew your gun within town limits. But Wihute drew first. Far as I'm concerned, you acted in self-defense. You're free to go.
Huh.
As are your friends.
That's a good sheriff.
You're not such a bad guy after all.
Just a man of the wilds, like you. But to think that Wihute had taken control of the Daybreakers, it pains me that it happened right under my nose.
What are you gonna do about his crew? Some of them are still in Tonatenui.
Those who have broken the law will be taken into custody. But those who haven't will be given the chance to resume walking the straight and narrow. What about you, Zakua? What do you intend to do now?
Why, what I've always done. Protect the weak and help the helpless. The old-fashioned way.
I mean, that works.
Here, this was Vawuk Lamott's gift for someone, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes. A person very dear to her.
That is a really pretty bracelet.
I suppose this is where we go our separate ways. My thanks again for your help apprehending the vulture.
I'm so loving the Western, like, the Wild West accents. It's just, oh, it's so nice. They always sound so, like, proper. They, like, easily make you swoon a little bit. That was a pretty nice shot, right? That was a great shot. That ended up being rather more complicated than expected. But all's well that ends well. Phew. Finally it's over. I couldn't have brought him to justice without your help. I don't know how I'll even repay you. Apparently with wild banana blend. Sure. Erenwell is relieved to see everything set to rights. Yes. Now that we have the bracelet, let us return to Shalooani Springs. Will you be staying long? I would like to give you a proper thanks after I find my friends. We weren't planning on it, but there's no need to rush. We'll see you at the springs then. Okay. Oh, there's Namika and Iete. Welcome back. I'm glad to hear the Spantis got what they deserved. They were understandably worried, but I told them what happened in Usitavi. Our minor adventure made for quite a tale. My bracelet. Thank you so much. This is more than just a gift. It is a part of me I could never hope to replace. Truly, Huklamat is blessed to have such devoted friends. Well, I wouldn't put it quite that way. I prefer to think of us as more of a long-standing acquaintances. Erenwell. Regardless of how you choose to describe it, there's no denying the depth of your bond. Though I'm sure you'll continue to do so. Yeah, you're friends. Can't say I'm surprised that the deputy chief turned out to be the bandit leader. I always knew something wasn't right about him. And he's a claim to make with the gift of hindsight. There you are. The real Daybreakers have arrived. I'd like you to meet my two best friends, Quickana and Livinia. If it wasn't for you believing in Sakova and doing what you did, we would still be locked up. You have no idea how satisfying it was to see the bastard who to be put behind bars. We never gave up hope that Sakova would find a way to get us out. He always was the best of the Daybreakers. Glad he was able to convince you to get along with his plan. Unfortunately, our group is smaller now and lacking in strength besides. Some outlaws might see us as an easy target. Even so, if anyone should give the Dustwatch the slip, the Daybreakers will be there. We'll train night and day, so no one will get better of us ever again. Isn't that right? Right, and you'll teach us how to draw your pistol so fast, won't you? Well, we won't need to duel if all goes as it should. But on the off chance it doesn't, we best make sure everyone can match or beat my speed. We owe you a great debt, and one of these days I'll be sure to repay it. On that you have my word. Until we meet again. I think we're gonna meet all of them again in the later patches. If you'll excuse me, I shall find a quiet place to rest. As I'll be here a while yet, though do let me know if there's any way I can be of assistance. Were you not planning to take the train home? Oh, train services has been suspended, didn't I tell you? No. You mentioned no such thing. Something about the track being damaged in the last quake? The tunnel was closed as well. An earthquake? It must have happened when we were still down south. There's been quite a few tremors as of late. A rather large one struck not long before you two arrived. I can only hope no one was hurt. I hate earthquakes. At any rate, if you want to know when the services will resume, you could speak with the station master yourself. Yeah, we probably should. Let's do that. The station is just over there. After 2 years of a lot of earthquakes and volcanoes going off, I was so glad to move away from the capital. Because this morning, when I woke up, I was checking the news, and one of the first news was like, earthquake in the capital. I was like, ugh, I'm so glad to not be there anymore. It seems people aren't too happy about the train delays. Well, understandably. Messes up people's plans.
I'm so sorry, but we're not sure when the train will be running again.
It does not give them excuse to be assholes, though.
You've got to be joking. Of all the places to get stuck at on the way.
It's not his fault.
Please don't tell me you've come to complain too.
Oh.
We heard that the earthquake had caused disruptions and wanted to ask when operations would resume. But I see that it will be a while yet.
I'm afraid so. Too few hands for too much work.
We got hands.
It's time-consuming enough to inspect the tracks after every quake, but this last one we got after the succession ceremony was massive. Made a mess of a whole bunch of railroad ties.
The succession ceremony? We would have been in Tuliyollal at the time. If it was as violent as you say, we should have felt it as well.
That's strange.
I have to admit, it was a touch strange, having seen my fair share of tremors. If I had to describe it, it felt more like the rumbling from an explosion.
Yeah, the capital is not that far away.
Is there anything I can do to help?
An earthquakes are kind of distinct.
You're offering to help?
Yeah?
What about you, my friend? If you'd rather strike out on your own, I understand.
Dude, got literally
If you
nothing
were
better to
willing
do.
to lend us a hand too, we'd be truly tremendously grateful. Thank you so much. I'm Shenza, by the way. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Hey, Shenza.
If you would please step inside, I can introduce you to everyone.
That was the most, like, unconfident nod I have seen from her yet.
You into this.
It's not like I have anywhere else to go. Might as well. Hello.
There they are. That's them, the 2 volunteers. Walika is our station master, and over there is our top driver, Nitoikwe. And this grizzled mug is Zopia, an engineer who joined around the same time as me.
Much obliged for the help. I'll make it worth your while, I promise.
Something the matter?
They're the other shards. They're the counterparts of the one from the first. That's why I felt when we walked in, I was like, oh, they look kind of familiar, but would you happen to be a fan of trolleys?
Trolleys? They're fine, I suppose, but they're no match for our cerulean-powered engine.
They're more of a train,
She's
guys.
absolutely glorious, let me tell you. If you'd like to bask in her beauty, well, you should visit the depot behind the platform.
Right then. What I'd like you two to do is help us procure timber.
Would this be his wife?
We'll be using it to fashion new railroad ties, so it needs to be the strongest stuff we can get. In these parts, that means the trees in the Piata-Yonan Plain. It is Hetsaro territory, though, so we need to get their permission first.
Okay.
Come on, no time to waste.
It is strange seeing them again, even though it's not them. I did always wonder if you would find like full-on true counterparts on the different shards. That's uncanny. We'll be ready to handle the timber when you and the chief get back. With your help, we'll get the railroad operating again, and then you'll have the chance to see our engine in motion. It's poetry, I tell you. At least we don't have to build a Talos. Oh well, fix a Talos. Though no small number live in Shalooani, I must confess that I've never visited the home of the Natsaro. As they largely live in accordance with the old tradition, I suspect they may have a dim view of the railroad. That's the Mikote. I know Koana comes from them. But Irmil is eager to off to the Pariana field. Come, let's follow Vavlika. There's another station on the way, so be sure to drop in. The train will be in the depot, but you can still see it from the outside. I'm quite taken with the sleek design of the Haddon myself, though if you peek through the windows you can probably catch a glimpse of... Enough jabbering, Shansa. Thanks to this too, we'll finally have some real work to do. Let's get on to it. I'll see you later. I suppose there's no harm in stopping at the station. It's on the way after all. is so strange meeting them again. I'm glad they seem so much happier. Well, the chief seems so much happier. In the previous one, he had lost his wife when she was looking for that stone which would power Talos' heart. So I think maybe this one has not shared that fate. I wonder if he is married to the counterpart of the one from the first. And it's interesting to see like how they've managed to find one another even on another shard. I must confess, the train is impressive sight. How easy it must be to ship goods throughout the wild now. Right, Mevatesona should be to the northeast of here. Let's continue on. Yes, that is over there. There they are. What do you say, Erenvel? Such beauty. I know more than a few gleaners who would love to explore this land. Ah, there you are. The village is just up ahead. Truth be told, I never had direct dealing with the people of here. But I do know that the tradition means a great deal to them, and so does the land. I think then it's appropriate that we go and we talk to them before we go chopping down any trees. Interesting that they have an aetheryte, considering these are people who are constantly traveling. Ah, there's a lovely clean air. It feels like a treat after the overpowering ceruleum of Sjessenvesi Spring. The water nearby is just as pristine. It's a paradise for people and animals both. I'm glad you appreciate the blessing of nature as we do. Greetings, traveler, and welcome. I'm Fato, chief of this place, and this is my son, Geppetto. A pleasure to meet you. I thank you for the warm welcome and apologize for our sudden intrusion. I'm Vavlika, station master of Saktural Railing. The recent earthquake has damaged our tracks and we require timber to make repairs. This is Malisity and Erenvel, who have volunteered to assist us with the restoration effort. Hello. You have the most curious air about you, of oil and steel, tanned leather, and faintest hint of fresh fruit, but not any sort of which I am familiar. I gather you're not from these lands? I hail from Yorkshire. Truly? I would love to know more of you and your land, and the lands you have seen. Sure. I am told you people hold your tradition in the highest, yet I gather you are curious about those of others as well. For of course, nature is boundless, as is our love for the land and her children. The Hedso in particular have done much to guide our way of life. Where to hunt, to gather, to lay our heads, the Hedso teach us all these things and more. It is for that reason I believe that we are attuned to the shifting winds around us. I see, that word, Hedso, it means leader of souls. Is the he in the Hetsero tongue, does it not? It does. There are many creatures revered as Hetsero amongst the Hetsero. Here we look for the Ronic for guidance. However, as you may have gleaned from our use of aetherites, while we are committed to our tradition, this does not mean we reject all outside influence. That said, there are certain things that give us pause. Like the train, I guess. We will furnish you with the timber you require, but first, as neighbor in this land, we ask that you indulge us in a discussion. We'll be glad to, of course. Wonderful. We do not often receive guests. Comes us a long way, and my son is always so delighted to hear their tales. Now, if you'll follow me. This is actually going better than expected. This little twitch of his ears. I wish that Viera also had like ears like that move a little bit more, because the Miqo'te ears are just adorable. Let me attune and look around a little bit. Oh, I found the lore person. What do you do here? I am the village listener. By opening my ears to the voice of nature, I strain to hear when ill winds begin to blow, that I might keep our people and our Hetso safe from danger. Other Hetsaro look for different animals for guidance, but here we follow the Ronique. We care for them and they care for us. What kind of place is this? The name is Mevatesona, means the land where the Hetso graze, after the Ronique who make their home here. Not in the village, you understand. The Ronique are nomadic animals, and their herd roams far and wide across the grasslands as the season change. As they do, we move with them. This is why we make our homes of sticks and skins, rather than bricks and board, that we might pack them up and follow after our Hetso. Wherever the Ronique roam, that place is, well, their home. That is very neat. It's gotta be complicated though to move the Aetheryte. Do you like to hunt? And what weapons do you like to use? All of them. This tent is made with the hide and bones of Ronique. I wonder what else they are used for here. Well, I would believe, especially if this is based on Native American culture and their connection with the buffalo, I think it's called. They used like everything from it. If they follow the Ronique with the season, it makes sense that they would live in a tent that can be broken down and transported easily. Yeah, but how does the Aetheryte thing work then? I will speak frankly. We fear the winds of change will soon bring misfortune to the land. The Ronique have made the potential for danger plain. As you may have heard, their temperament has become erratic of late. Yes. A stableman near Husustavi mentioned that. Do you know what causes this? We have our suspicion. Since others were drawn to this land by ceruleum, Shalooani has undergone a transformation. And the railroads are a part of that. As strong as resilient as they may seem, Ronique are sensitive creatures. The roar of the train as it thunders through the plains may well cause them distress. As my father said, we do not necessarily reject outside influence or innovation, but in this we can't help but worry. Understandably. Thank you for being forthright. This matter concerns not only the Hetsaru, but all of Shalooani. Perhaps we should bring this attention to Vau Koana? Vau Koana, you say? We know him only through rumors, but he is apparently... How shall I put this? Hard-headed and aloof. He values technological advancement and efficiencies to the detriment of all else. Oh, he's changed. Mind your tongue, Geppetto. I like that he's open. Well, there is grain of truth to the rumors. He is not nearly as bad as they make him out to be. He's matured a lot. He's a bit awkward, so he tends to get misunderstood. Is that so? As we admittedly have never met him ourselves, perhaps we were too quick to judge his intentions. Malisity fought beside Vau Koana in the Rite of Succession. I would take her word over rumors. Yeah. You took part in the Rite of Succession? You're the closest to the Dawn. You're that close to the Dawn servants? I was grateful for any help, but had no idea I'd recruited a bona fide hero. Oh, dude, you have no idea. The succession of Dawn servant filled us with uncertainty for the future, but there is clearly much we do not know. On this particular occasion, the winds of change are not meant to be feared. Now we must open our hearts and minds that we might see Vau Koana for who he truly is. Do you think he might visit one day? Just as his father offered us guidance? I am hopeful that he will do the same. Yeah. Though I think he might struggle with it, considering his history. Thank you for hearing and allaying our concerns. I'm glad we could speak. As for your timber, we have freshly cut logs near the lake. Please take all that you require. We are terribly grateful. I promise we'll keep the Ronique foremost in our mind as we continue working on the railroad. And if needs be, we'll seek Vau Koana's counsel. My thanks again for your time and timber. We shall endeavor to return the favor. I hope to see you soon again. I do like that it wasn't like we would have these guys like wholly against the train and changes, and then it would be like this butting of heads and eventually the train would win. Instead, this feels nice. You'll come back soon, won't you? There's so much I'd like to know about the lands beyond Tural. We must talk again soon. Next time, perhaps on a hunt together. I like that it's like they put their vision and perspective across very clearly, but at the same time, you do look out. It isn't like a battle or something. This village is home to the family of Hetzaru, who have taken the Ronique as their guiding animals. As the name implies, the land where the Hetzaru graze is a nomadic settlement. The tents struck and pitched over and over as they follow the seasonal migration of the Ronique. Oh, I see an ether. So what I'm trying to say is, it's very common in stories that have these type of cultures meeting, that we have a massive clash of cultures and they can't work together, and eventually one culture, which is usually the more Native American-like culture, has to yield for the modern evolution. I like that here instead they find cooperation. It's they could have easily gone the other direction into a very cliché story. We have to carry all of this back to the station. We have more than enough timber to fix the ties. Now we need to transport it to the station, which will be a bit more involved than I thought. I didn't expect we would be given so much. Mind waiting here a spell while I round up a few more hands and Euroniques? I won't be long. Sounds like a plan. I'm glad that went well, and thankfully it seems we won't need to make several trips for the timber. Erenville regards the pile of timber with undisguised weariness. While we wait, we could get started moving the timber somewhere more accessible. It shouldn't take long if we split the work. We have to. Okay. Sorry, but every time a Lalafell gets to carry something like this, it's hilarious. Look at the silliness. I have several pictures, like screenshots of my Lala carrying different things. Like, I once got a photo of her carrying the big bear toy from the Asgardian Fates. It's just, it looks so silly. I just think this will be enough. That was mighty kind of you to move all that lumber. Sorry we didn't make it back sooner. Well, we'll see to the rest. I swear, the buffalo-like creatures they look terrifying. Those eyes look terrifying. Once we repair the crack, we'll have you on the first train out of town. In the right, Chief. As much as I would love to make it so, there aren't any spots available. You'll have to wait for the one after, I'm afraid, but you'll be riding free of charge. It's the least we can do to repay your kindness. That's fine. Nambika and I know a few others were here long before we arrived. It's only right to go before us. I hope you'll stop by and see the train off. It's a breathtaking sight, let me tell you. Something is gonna happen to the train. And Nitovivke will be driving. No engineer compares to her, and it's always a treat to watch her work. The only work we should be worried about is our own Shensa, and we've still more to do. I'll find somewhere quiet near the station to pass the time. Is there anything else in Shalooani you're keen to see? I'll leave you to it. No, I'm good. I've attuned to the Aetheryte. I can come back whenever I like. Holy hell! I thought like me carrying the box, like having it on my head was intense. Rohitins are just showing off. We'll handle the rest of the work from here. You sit tight. I love that she's holding it like this is the most easiest thing anyone has ever done in their life. My thanks again for your timely assistance. Won't be long before the tracks are fixed and you're on your way. It'll be good to have the train running again. I miss the sound of her barreling down the tracks. This animal looks horrifying. I mean, I can get with it like a horn skull situation, but the eyes! Why do the eyes look like that? I once seen a sheep have eyes like that. Because he was mad. Like, seriously trying to kill everybody mad. She had lambs at the time, so, and we were just trying to get her outside with her lambs. But she was very, very protective. So as soon as you came anywhere, like even remotely close to her, she would like open her eyes wide like this and stare at you and then try to attack you. She's probably a really good mom though. I mean, without a doubt, she's gonna keep those babies safe. And she was fine as soon as they got out. Then they just wandered off up into the hill with the other sheep. Had your fill of the sides? Well, they appear to have almost finished. Upon proceeding, several cutscenes will play in sequence. Wait for the train to depart from the station. As we enter big amount of cutscenes. Preferably voice-acted cutscenes. Oh, it's cool that the ceruleum, like, has the blue flame.
A glorious grand machine indeed. I hope Namika was able to secure a seat.
I hope so too.
Here she comes!
Thanks to you, we managed to resume service much faster than anticipated. You have our gratitude.
Hey, I was happy to help you on this yard as well.
There's nothing so enchanting as a ceruleum-powered engine in motion.
Ain't that the truth? Don't think I'll ever tire of watching them chugging along. They make wagons look like toys.
And so long as we can lay the tracks, she can go on and on and on. Before you know it, she'll be crossing the entire continent.
Railroads are a somewhat recent addition to Tural. As it stands, we can only ferry folks as far as Yassolani. And from an operational standpoint, we still have much to learn. There's always some problem or another to deal with. But we'll keep working at it. We'll hone our craft and continue expanding till one day, our trains are running coast to coast. That's the ultimate dream.
Poor thing. Katla is trying to get comfy. But they don't have the blanket, so she's not comfy at all.
Goodness, I completely lost track of time. By now, I expect the train will be nearing Yassolani. When it returns, we'll see you on your way. So if you've got any preparations to make, you better make them quick.
Another earthquake.
Not another one!
You can't be serious.
Oh, that's not normal at all. Is everyone okay?
Gods have mercy.
Oh.
What in the flying? What's happening?
Oh, the train! Nitobekwe and the others!
Oh no.
My home lies that way as well.
Is this?
We're going to investigate. Right now!
So Solution 9. This is the city arriving, isn't it? I thought the city had been there this whole time. It's just showing up now? That's the same tech we saw at the Golden City. They're going to Tuliyollal.
What in the world? Are they heading for Tuliyollal?
We might need to go back. We need to go back. We need to go back right away. I know you want to go there. But we need to go back.
Heavens forfend.
You're here. Good, good. They came from the sky and attacked without any warning.
I'm glad you're okay, Lamity.
The people need our help.
What is this?
Can you stand?
Try to remain calm, everyone!
Yeah! What the? Ah!
I don't know what they are, but they're not men.
Someone help me, please! Oh! Oh!
Bastard!
What?
What did it just do?
Please leave the child alone.
Thank you.
Save the things. Just get to safety.
Yeah, I'm asleep. Glad Bakul Jaja is there. He is a formidable warrior.
I'll hold the line here. Fall back to the palace. Quickly, before it's overrun.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bakul Jaja.
I fear this might be the end of him.
This is simply how I do things now. So, who wants to taste my blade next?
That's her. Okay, Kulukjaja is there. And Kettenram? No. Arulja.
That you should still live.
Zorolcha?
By the gods, what has happened to you?
This is your butchery, isn't it? After everything you've done in service to the throne, how could you betray us?
My demand is simple. The dissolution of Tuliyollal and surrender of all its territories. Refuse, and I will kill every last one of you.
Have you gone mad?
No. My ambition remains unchanged. To teach the masses the folly of war, that they cry out for peace, and thus unite the world.
What has changed you so much, and in so short a time? To harm the very people you swore to serve. This is an unforgivable deed committed by my son. My son!
You have heard my ultimatum.
And you will have my answer. By my hands, I will end your madness.
Papa, wait! I should be the one to do this.
No. His sins are mine to bear.
Kulukjaja is gonna die, isn't he?
Fear not. Zorolja is strong. He has never been father's equal in combat.
Oh, but now he has this new stuff.
I believed you long dead. To have the chance to kill you myself is an unforeseen blessing.
Why did you think he was dead?
Farewell, Zorolcha, my son. And forgive me.
Oh, I thought he was gonna die. I was positive he was gonna die.
What?
How? Is that?
Despite his old age, the mighty Gulul Jaja remains a fearsome foe indeed. You retain the vitality of 2 souls, despite the passing of 1.
How? Are you still alive?
I shall even the odds.
Papa?
No! Even the blessed are mortal.
Father!
Okay.
You are no match for me.
Murderer. On my honor, as vow of resolve, I'll make you pay!
So the once faint-hearted girl would live up to her title. Very well. If only to demonstrate the disparity between us, I give you a chance to prove yourself. Rally the entirety of your strength. Lay siege to my kingdom. Strike me down, like I did father. Then, will you be his worthy successor?
Zorolcha, wait!
My warships will remain in your skies. When you fail to prove your worth, I shall order them to lay waste to Tuliyollal. Choose your next steps wisely.
Okay. Well, yes, we found the end boss. Why am I not healing him? I'm a white mage, I'm standing... Even Alice is healing him. Catherine, are you okay there? Well, have mercy. We did everything we could, everything, but it simply wasn't enough. I can scarcely believe my eyes. How could this happen? Oh, Connor. Father, no. This cannot be. No, Papa. I'll die. He can't. Wait, he's not dead. He's still blinking. Dude's still alive. Probably not for much longer, but he is alive. Hey, Katla. No time for tears. Voglamat is struggling to process what she has witnessed. How? How could this happen? This music is too jaunty and happy for this. Come on, someone say something.
Enough. I am beyond saving.
Father, please. You can't give up.
Are you there, oh friend?
I'm right here. I'm right here.
Look after my children.
What? I'm an old fossil like you. I've only got so many years left. But if that's what you want, it would be an honor.
You and I must go on another journey together someday.
Aye, you can count on it.
Oglamat. Kona.
Yes, Papa.
The graves of the Yokwi. You saw them, yes? I always found their teachings comforting.
Please, Father, you must save your strength.
Our flesh may wither and die, but so long as we are remembered, we are never truly gone. Through you, my hopes survive. Through you, I live on. So do not mourn me. Walk tall and see our nation to a brighter future.
Right. Gosh, this is not where I expected this to go at all. What can we do now? Ulujadia was so proud to be succeeded by his children. I think he will never get to see them carry on his legacy. At a time like this, we must take the initiative. There will be countless people in need of help. I don't understand. If only you had been more careful. I'm glad it did not kill you, just knock you out. We must see the people as us casualties as well as any damage is done to the city, yes? Right, so Wow, Wuglamad, wow, Koana. I bring word from the city. The enemy has withdrawn and the Landsguard have begun rendering aid to the people. Casualties within our ranks have hindered progress, but we continue to do all that we can. I thank you for your report. Please inform the guard that they are to prioritize us efforts until further notice. The people, I need to help them. We will assist you in whatever way we can, of course. Thank you. Thank you. There are sure to be wounded everywhere. More than I could count. We'll split up and help all of them. You can count on us. Alfino and Alice, could you take Bayside Bevy and Kryl and Erinville the palace perimeter? Come on, you can come with me. As for Malisity, please come to the Resplendent Quarter with me. We'll all meet back here afterwards. That was a lot. And it's Friday. I'm not sure I can record the rest of the continue with the MSQ till on Monday. I'm gonna have to see if I can get some recording time this weekend. Look at the ships just there. Alright, I need to get to the people. One step at a time. We'll start with you, angered soldier. Hello. How can I help you? My thanks, I'll be fine now. But we failed to protect the people. I did so many have to die. Where were Vau Buklamat and Vau Koana? They're not to blame. I understand, but I need to clear my head. It is understandable. He needs somebody to direct his anger at. Anyone in here? No? There is somebody. Thank you, miss. But my husband and son, they were. Everyone is okay in here. You know Holly is okay. Still missing somebody in this circle. Oh, there they are. Hello. Thanks. I think I'm alright. Did you see them? Those soldiers? They look like people, but they killed and killed with no hesitation. If they attack us again, how can we hope to defend ourselves? Absolute horror he is bringing on his nation. Where are you hurt? It's a nation that's already at peace. And then he brings war to it for no reason. Thank you. I thought I was done for. I heard something disturbing. The enemy leader. They said he looked like Sural Jah. But that can't be true, can it? Why would the First Promise attack his own people? What if it was him? What happens now? Is he going to come back? What did we do if he does? I'm so mad right now. Hey. Thank you, the pain is better now, but I can't stop shaking. Where did they come from? Why did they attack us? And why are those things still in the sky? We had peace under Gulug Jaja. We're safe, but now... Like, if his idea is to protect his people, his nation, this is the entirely wrong way to do it. To attack innocent people, he's opened up the thing to some sort of a insane superpower that has been contained in the Golden City for eons, only for him to open it up and then attack his own city. Uglamat, you okay? You finished aiding the people here? Yeah. Thank you. There were children amongst the wounded. Children! Absolutely unforgivable. Now isn't the time. There are still others who need help. Could you go and see how things are at Talonmarch, and afterwards go and find Alisay at Bayside Bevy? On it. I will go wherever you need me to go. There is no evidence of significant damage from the barrel. The fighting did not spread this far, it seems. That's good. Yeah, they haven't put up the new statue here yet. Attack a city of innocent. Oh, you poor thing. Oh, look at the market. And the fighting definitely took place here. The fresh scorch mark on the ground are doubtless from the enemy assault. And are they just gonna chill up there? Until Thorolja decides that we have somehow failed his challenge? The shop appears to have weathered the chaos, though its wares have been strewn across the floor. Wares can be reobtained, rebuilt, but the people we can't get new of. You can't replace people like that. Harbor seems still to be okay. The port remains unscathed, but the enemy ship contained to loom overhead. Yep. Let's go find Alisay. I can't even interact with it. Like, you can't even do anything. Oh. Alfie, the people are shaken. We must do what we can to help them, and quickly. I hope your family is safe. Oh. I've helped all those I could find, and seen them delivered into the Landsguard's care. As many casualties as there are, it would have been worse if the Landsguard hadn't fought as bravely as they did. And if Thorolja actually meant to harm the people. I mean, look around. The buildings are hardly damaged. I suspect his aim was more to incite fear, to show that he could strike whenever he pleased. But we can discuss that later. How is Lamati? Broken? Even after what happened to her father, she's trying so hard to fulfill her duty to the people. Till everyone has their limit. She needs to rest, and soon. Someone mentioned seeing her head towards the shore. Perhaps she's gone to the Cornicro Gleamsand? Let's go find her. Amati?
Steady now. I've brought you medicine. A drink.
Are they still alive? Or are you trying to get a dead person to drink?
There you are, Lamati. I was beginning to...
Come on. Come on. Take it. Please.
Lamachi. Lamachi!
How could I?
Look at me, Lamachi. You need rest. You and her both. I will tend to this soul.
But my people... I have to help them.
The Landsguard have matters well in hand. Trust in them. If there's another attack, your people will need you to protect them. They'll need you to be sharp. So please rest. Consider it your duty.
I stood before them all. Said that we'd build a nation where everyone knows happiness. So much for that promise. What good is a vow of resolve who cannot save her people?
We'll handle this together. Vow of resolve that can work with others is what they need.
You'll stick with me.
Heck yeah. I'm not leaving you with against whatever that was.
Thank you. My head's a little clearer now. I need to concentrate on what I can do rather than what I can't.
Indeed.
We've dealt with unfriendly factions before. From Yokhui still longing for conquest, to adherents of blessed siblings, people who are unwilling to listen. Even so, I believed that by learning about one another and engaging in good faith, we could peacefully settle our differences. And we did. My brother is different. There'll be no reasoning with him. He killed our people. Our father. He'll stop at nothing to achieve his goal. What's more, he has power. The power to destroy the peace we've worked so hard to preserve. If I'm to protect that peace, then I must fight. I must confront Zoraal and kill him.
I think that's the only solution. But we have to figure out how to make him not come back to life when we do. I'm fine. Just need a moment to settle my nerves. Thank you for being there for me and for urging me on despite all my sulking. Sitting around complaining isn't very leader-like, is it? So much has happened so quickly. I struggle to make sense of it all. The strange soldiers, those floating ships, the new powers Zoraal commands. Given everything he's done and still intends to do, I know I cannot afford to run headlong into battle. Not this time. I cannot let this terrible pain in my heart lead me astray, but I will make it my strength, the strength to do what I must. Right, I'm heading back to the palace. I'll need to talk strategy with Koana. Could you and the others join us in a while? However we decide to proceed, I want you all to be aware of it. Oh, and could you tell Alisa I'll be alright? She's probably at Bayside Bevy. Let's go speak to Alisa. This is gonna be the last quest I do today, because my recording time is up today. It technically ended at 3 and it's 3:07. But I wanna finish this quest at least. That went like that went in completely unexpected directions. It doesn't mean the city is gonna be in this state for the weekend. And I'm gonna have to run past this kid crying for her mom. I can't even look at it. Sheesh. Oh, Alisa, you found a dead soldier. Oh, you're back. By that I take it means Lamatis is feeling better? She needs to be strong for the people of Tural. I understand that. But she doesn't have to do it alone. Indeed. So if she intends to fight, then we fight. Together. That's sad. I wish we knew exactly what we were up against. I mean, is it not just a person in an armor, though? I mean, it's shaped like a Hayur. That is gonna be a mystery I solve in my next recording session. Ooh, this one is ending on a doozy. But I will see if I get a chance to record this weekend, otherwise next week. I expect to finish the main story next week, which is good. It does take me a little bit longer to play it because I have to record it like this. And I enjoy recording it like this, by the way. It's not an obligation that is like bad, but it does make things a little bit slower. But I thoroughly enjoy it because at least I can talk to you guys about my thoughts as we go through the story. So I hope you will join me next time as we continue on with our adventures. And if you enjoyed this, and if you really hate Zoral Ja, throw me a commentation by liking and subscribing, and maybe commenting, you know, Zoral can go, you know, fall into Rika and shit or something. I don't know. Bring your most creative insults. Either way. the YouTube has like a bot that's supposed to stop like any negative stuff apparently. I occasionally check it and occasionally it filters like really random comments, go like, oh, this might be offensive. It's like, it's not. And I just go and like accept comment. Thankfully it doesn't do it too much. I will make sure to check out that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope I will see you next time. And in the end, all I want to say is takk fyrir að horfa og yfir yndislegan dag.